Hey guys and gals, YouTube Playskin here, and we are back with part 2, actually starting to play here, and we're going to the Foundry. This game was actually one of the first two games I had when I got my PlayStation 2 back in 2001, and it was on Christmas Day. So, it was a present from my father at the time, and this is like the only thing I really liked from him at the time. So, but I don't need to go into any further detail about, the BS of my father. But because I kind of already did that in the previous video. But for the sake of making this some entertaining, I just thought I would talk about some of the really cool things I've come across since I've played this game years ago, and many of the secrets, some of which I couldn't really seem to get. I haven't been able to actually accomplish on this. More so, the whole spiel of getting the sign down the special area in Tokyo and Skater's Island. Those are like the main two. I couldn't remember how the heck to do in this. But, at least of it, this game is my childhood. And, so, oh god, how they all end up just panicking when that happens. Now, the next part here, I actually kind of liked this. Haha, sucker. Go in. Ha! Of course, this is pretty much one of the easiest levels to start off with. And I don't know what it is with the Tony Hawk series and warehouse-like levels that they start you in, but this is usually always seem to be the starter kind of point. Yep. Well, I think the one exception, the THPS series, would end up being Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. That's the only one that didn't start you off in a warehouse-like setting. But I actually never started out with the first Tony Hawk games. I started out playing... Well, actually, technically, I started out playing a demo of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 for years, and never owned the full version until much later. And then like I said, I got this for Christmas. Granted, my mom got the games, and it was this and Operation Phoenix. Some helicopter flight combat game. And I, for the life of me, can't seem to play very well. I suck at flight combat, but I loved these games. Mostly anything extreme sports related. So, as of now, this is still my most favorite of the Tony Hawk franchise. Even more so than American Wasteland. Close second would be American Wasteland. And then Project 8, and then Underground. and then Underground 2 for my top 5. I never owned the console version of Proving Ground till much later. Granted, I got the PS2 version. Now, here's the thing. My mom was between either the PS1 or the PS2 version of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. And luckily for me, she got this version, the PS2 version. Because I'll tell you right now, the PS1 version is very gimped. If you don't believe me, I will do a Let's Play of that as well. And also, shout out to Ice Bears Forever, who did sort of a Let's Play on the PlayStation 1 version of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. So, I mean, I gotta give it to Activision being able to do it. Although, the one that really never made much sense, that there was a PS1 version of, is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Never made much sense to me. Like, the levels are really cut down. Draw distance was near nothing. Don't know why that ever existed. I mean, if y'all are interested, I'll show that as well. But it's oh, and like, comment, and subscribe. That's the end.